France have got the try! What a try for France!
Green was a striker, not a right winger.
Oh, Bruno! And it's 4-2. Lewandowski's got a hat-trick too, and it's in! And RB Leipzig has scored! Oh, and he has! He has as well! Oh! It nearly went in!
Hey, who? Not John. I don't think it's John. Oh, it's Poppy, and it's
32-30! Oh my god! Wow! Take a bow. I'm standing up. Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sports live stream watch along of France versus Ireland in the Guinness Six Nations 2022. I'm Jamie Davies and thank you very much for tuning in. Both teams are out doing the national anthems at the Stade de France, the home of France rugby. Massive stadium, massive occasion between probably the top two favourites to lift that Six Nations trophy come the end of the campaign. But who will win today? Both teams on good form. France winning last weekend against Italy, a comfortable win for them, while Ireland absolutely thumped Wales. And really, this could be a very hard one to decide who's going to win. I've put my prediction below, which is France to beat Ireland by more than 10 points. Will I be right? We'll find out. I just feel like because it's in France, and let's be honest, France have been building up for this for the last 2-3 years with this team. Young team, and they're certainly, well, they are the favourites going into this whole Six Nations tournament. So I do think that France will win it, but we'll see. Let us know in the comments below in the live chat page, and I'll read out some of your messages when I can. And of course, throughout this match, I'll keep you updated on what is going on. So, in case you're wondering, we do have the lineups in next to me on each side of my screen. So those are the starting players for France and Ireland. And of course, the replacements, we'll see a few of them, I'm sure, later on. We've got already Greg Livingston getting in touch, saying 32-28 France win. Let's go, Lane Muzzy. I can never pronounce that. I'm going to get pissed tonight. Well, especially after Scotland lost in the rugby today. They lost to Wales 2017, a very tight encounter, so a good win for Wales. But yet again, Scotland, you know, they always win one or two good games, but then they never seem to be consistent. So sadly, they missed out there. And Greg also says, "Oh, and hi Jamie, how are you doing, mate? I'm very well, thank you. Looking forward to this game." French national anthem just been performed, and a lot of French flags being waved in the stand. Of course, a good Irish crowd in as well. They never disappoint. Hopefully they've had a few Guinnesses before this match. I'm sure they sell Guinness in France. Let me just find some crowd noise, folks. I was meaning to do that before, but let me just find it. Oh, bloody adverts are on before the match kicks off. Where am I looking? There we go. But yeah, don't forget to vote on our poll as well, folks. We've put on a poll asking you who you think's going to win. Looking at the poll, Ireland are the favourites. France 32%, Ireland to win at 68% after over 20 votes. Now that's interesting. I must admit I was expecting France to lead the poll there, but here we are. So we're just about to get underway. Ireland in the usual green kit, France in their all blue, and here comes the little remote control car to deliver the ball on the centre of the pitch. God knows why this is a thing. I mean, just to think that there's someone there that has been paid to just go there and do that and control that car for its 10 seconds of fame. I mean, it's hilarious, but what's the point? Just give him the ball. Bloody COVID restrictions, eh? I noticed on the rugby ball, it's got TikTok on it. They've gone big. So Romain Tamick to take the kick for France to kick it into Ireland's half. Better get my clock ready. And here we go. The one thing I always forget about when doing these rugby watch-alongs is that I've got to pause the clock and make sure I'm synced with the match time. So that's always a challenge. So I'll try and be as close to it as I can. So Ireland picking up from the kick. And that's gone out for a quick conversion. So France going from left to right, Ireland from right to left in this first half. If you're new to rugby, it's 40 minutes per half, but of course the clock does start and stop, like futsal, what we did last week. So France have the possession. Dupont. Now with Tamick. Oh, what a run. Straight away they're going forward. This is a great start. France have taken the lead. It took them 1 minute and 8 seconds. The French flags are waving around Stade de France. And what a start for France. There might be a moment of a forward pass there, but I think it's okay. They seem confident enough. I'm sure TMO will get involved, but let's watch this again. But what a start for France. They started on the left-hand side. Then they decided to change the direction of the ball. But my word, that number 3 and Antonio, what a big player he is. So strong. It takes definitely more than 2 players to get him down. He went down, then they carried on. Good pass from Tamick. And I think it was Francois Cross who got the try. No, it wasn't. It was Dupont. So 5-0 to France. I'm sure that we've got the kick to be taken here. And that is Malvin Jaminet. As he places the ball on the little stand. It's to the right of the target. It's his first kick of the match, of course. Distance is 32 metres. And of course, you'd always want to get the first kick going through. Referee just keeping an eye on the Irish players making the run. Has he got it? I think he has. Yes, he has. So France already leading 7-0, a great start. Long match to go, of course. Jay Jones has got in touch saying, very nervous Irishman here, lol. Oh, I bet. And not the start you wanted, I'm sure. But plenty of time to go yet. So don't be shy, folks. Get in touch. Let us know where you're watching the match from. Greg Livingston asking if Johnny Sexton is injured. Looking at the lineup, I mean, he's not there. Is he on the... He's not on the bench either. So, yeah, I think he is injured. Anyway, Ireland with their first attack of the game. Trying to respond to France's opening try. It's with Doris. Now in the middle of the park. Gibson Park. Oh, he's not giving up. He's not giving up, Mr. Carberry. Phase 6 at the moment. Oh, and they've just dropped the ball out of nowhere. France get the possession. They've kicked it forward. Ireland with only 2 men back. They've got it. That was a big moment, that. The bounce was on Ireland's side there. And as you'd imagine, both sets of players have piled on each other. Greg saying, Jamie, I am ahead of you. I will not spoil for you. Oh, thank you. Apologies, folks, if the stream's been a bit laggy. It says that there's been a bit of an error with the streaming, but it now says it's healthy in the last few minutes. So, sorry about that. So it was a simple drop from Ireland on their 7th phase, it looked like. So France have got a penalty. But, you know, this France team, I'm sure, have looked at this year as this has got to be their year. Came ever so close to winning the Six Nations last year. We all remember that last-minute try they got here in this stadium against Wales. What a classic that was. Here's the kick. 2 out of 2. Jaminet, 2 out of 2 then. 10-0. Oh, and Ireland, just out of nowhere, they've got to try back. What a match this is. We're just about to reach 7 minutes and we've already got 2 tries, 1 for each team. And Ireland have responded quickly. And what a try that is for Mac Hansen. Fantastic kick down the left-hand side. And he picked up the ball in a crowd of blue and then went down the left-hand side. It's a fantastic run. He read the kick from the get-go. And look at those 3 French players. They're thinking they've got the ball. No, Hansen has just stolen it from you. And he's got the try. 10-5. This is a great start. Irish fans probably thought for a moment in the stands this could be a long game if we're not careful. But look at them. That is a big try for them. Loving the run for Matt Hansen. I love seeing that. I did that once when I was in school. When I read a pass that they were trying to do. And I went in between the line of players. Stole the ball and got the try. I was pretty thrilled about that. So we got a kick here for Ireland. First kick of the game for Jerry Carberry, and he's made it. Lovely kick. And some of the Irish fans in green in the stand stand up and cheer him on. Fantastic. So 10-7. And these 2 teams already showing us why they're the top 2 favourites to win the Six Nations this year. Well, I'll tell you what, in the first 10 minutes we've seen just as many tries as you would get against Italy, whether that's home or away, even with your own rugby club team. I'm not just talking about any team. Well, any team can get more tries than Italy, even if it's a pub team. But anyway, let's read some of your messages. We got Joe Purcell saying hi from Ireland. Hello, Joe. Hope you're well. Greg saying that it's the FIFA Club World Cup final. It is, yes. Chelsea playing in that. It must be, what, 25 minutes in. Oh, Ireland there. Lovely pass. Oh, France have intercepted. Just inside the Ireland half. Greg asking me, are you having a beer tonight, Jamie? Have one on me. You know what, mate? I might do. I've still got a bottle of beer in the fridge from Christmas, and I might just have it at half time. I will be sure to do that. We've got John Boy saying, tuning in from Belfast. Hello, John. So, John, are you an Irish fan? Or are you an England fan if you're in Northern Ireland? Let me know. John Boy also says, Ireland have come leaps and bounds over the past several years. They deserve a win. Ireland have been great in the Six Nations. In the mid-2010s, they won it, 2-3 years in a row? I might be wrong, but they were some force, Ireland. And they love this competition. I'd love to see them do really well at the World Cup. I mean, I'm one of those that when it comes to the World Cup, whether that's football or rugby, I like to see all the nations, Ireland and the UK, do well. I'm an England fan, but England playing tomorrow against Italy. Ireland have just had to make a kick out of play there. 10 minutes gone. If you just joined us, you've already missed a great start. France scoring an opening try just after the first minute, and then they scored the conversion, and then they got a penalty to make it 10-0. But then Ireland, out of nowhere, thanks to their number 11 man, going on to nick the ball out of nowhere from France in the air to get them a try back, followed by a conversion. Greg saying, I have a good feeling my prediction could be right. 32-28, he's saying. So, anyway, here we go. Line out for Ireland. Successful. Now they'll play it out towards the line. But yeah, do get in touch, folks. Don't be shy. I'll read out as many messages as I can. Let us know where you're watching it from today and who you're supporting. Or if you're neutral. And for any of you Wales, Scotland fans out there, how do you feel about your match before? That was a close match. Scotland just losing out there. 2017. And Wales, good recovery from them after Ireland giving them an absolute drubbing last weekend on the opening round of the Six Nations. But the Stade de France, I absolutely love Stade de France. So that fantastic stadium, and let's not forget the Rugby World Cup is on this time next year. Oh, thank you very much. Producer sending me a cheese on toast. Can't go wrong. It's not a beer, Greg, but it's close. I'll eat that in just a bit. But anyway, we got our first scrum of the match. The pack weights 896 kilograms for Ireland. France have 931. Let's be honest, I think some of that 931 for France comes from Mr. Uni Antonio. Yep, he is in that mix. He's right at the front as well. Not sure what to think of scrums anymore. They're a bit... There's not much in them. Oh, good kick forward for Ireland if they can get there. It's gone out for a line out. Nearly a low kick forward, that was. Nearly worked out. Just weren't fast enough before it went out of play. So line out here for France. Just inside the last few yards, and they got to be careful, of course. They don't want to lose the ball here. We got Anne Tig saying, watching from Austria. Oh, Austria. What is Austria like with rugby? Because I'm sure you know, and we don't recognise Austria when it comes to rugby in terms of a competitive team. Crystal Rose saying, I could totally listen to the Irish commentary all day. Oh, it's probably the greatest accent in the world. It's a very sexy accent, whether you're a man or a female. Oh! Oh! Ireland picking it up from the long kick again. Oh, referee's paused it. So far, so good. My clock is in time. France are going to have to kick this long if they can. Not a bad kick. Probably 30 yards away from the try zone. But going back to that, Ireland with a... Yeah, it came off an Irish hand there. So possession in the first half, it's been Ireland so far, 62% with the most. Crystal also saying, happy Valentine's weekend, everyone. Greg asking, where's the Rugby World Cup getting? Do you mean where is it? It's in France next year. The France also hosted it in 2007, which, as an Englishman, let's just say I'm still good about that final against South Africa. 2 World Cup finals I've seen my country lose to South Africa in. 2007 and 2019. We could have won the Rugby World Cup 2 times on the trot, but it was not meant to be. Anyway, I think we've got a penalty here for France. With quarter of an hour gone so far. Ireland still leading on a poll, 67% for Ireland. France at 33%. If you haven't yet, folks, and you're new to the channel, would love to get you to subscribe to the channel. It's free to do so, and we do all sorts of live stream watch-alongs in sport, whether that's rugby, football, tennis, golf, you name it. We got Yolanda getting in touch saying South African here. Hello, Yolanda. I bet you'd love to see South Africa take part in something like the Six Nations. And the kick is good. Yes. So France extending the lead to 13-7. 3 kicks out of 3 so far. Anne says, just here skiing. Where do you come from, Anne? Are you Austria, or are you from England, or one of the countries taking place in the Six Nations? Yolanda says, yes, thanks for the mention. Go France. Let's not talk about that Rugby World Cup final, Yolanda, if you're from South Africa. Or the Lions tour, which of course featured a few from the Irish team, along with Wales, Scotland and England. But it is good to see the Stade de France have fans back in. Let's not forget, this time last year when we had the Six Nations, there was, I don't think any stadium had any fans in. So France having to make a kick here. It's calmed down a bit since the 10th minute, I'd say. France getting the match back in their control, perhaps. And the line out is good for France, pretty much on the halfway mark. Now they've kicked it forward. Good catch there by Keenan of Ireland. He goes down. Now with Gibson Park. Kicks it just a little forward, but France get the ball back. They played advantage. Match paused. Looks as though it was off feet. But Mac Hansen, what a player. Must have the longest hair in the stadium. Great beard as well. Ireland's just kicking it out there. But yeah, they're just showing a slow-mo replay of the last line out that France won. Here it comes, Ireland. Good job there. They have the possession. Van der Flyer is down. Oh, and they've dropped it again, Ireland. That's twice they've dropped it. France pick it up, but they've kicked it. Just, well, they've stopped play. Looks like there was a foul and all that. A foul on Cameron Rookie, who Greg on the live chat page just mentioned is a good player. Looks as though one of the French players is being treated. I think that's Aldrit. So, in terms of total penalties conceded, Ireland 4, France 2. Oh, the match has been paused at 20:40. Let me just go back to that. Oh, clock started again. First time I've had to pause it and try and track back to it. There we go. So, scrum coming up. France should come out of it with the ball. And the scrum begins with Dupont putting the ball in the mix. And it is a France ball after all that. Looks as though Ireland have made a mistake in that scrum. They've conceded it. So Jaminet to take the kick. I just feel like you can't do much in scrums anymore. Yeah, one of the Irish players fell to the ground when that happened. If any of you are wondering what the match is on, it's on ITV, or as some of you know it as STV. So Ireland, despite that whole scrum failure, have just kicked it not far enough. It's gone into the onto France's half. France have dropped the ball and Ireland have got it back. Picked up again by Birney. Ireland will try again. This is looking good from Ireland. Good passing down the line on the left-hand side. Oh, Hansen, cool as you like, picking it up with one hand there. Trying to go down the flank. But he had to take a step back just to make sure he still had the ball. Oh, and they've dropped it again, Ireland. That's the third time. They just have a moment of just dropping the ball and giving it away. And let's not forget that the only try that they've got so far was, of course, because of Hansen just picking it up in a mix of blue players when the ball was in the air. And France now. Oh, shirt pulling. It was right in front of the ref. Ref seemed happy to carry on. I think he might have been playing advantage there for France. Marchand. Dupont. Trying to kick it forward. Good interception. Lucky bounce there for Hugo Keenan. And that's gone out of play. Yeah, completely pulled and pushed right down there. Keenan taking one for the team from Vellier, the French player. And I think we're gonna have a line out or a scrum. Anne saying she's from Ireland. Of course, Anne mentioning the skiing in Austria. Of course, right now it is the Winter Olympics happening in Beijing. We've been trying to do a watch along for that. Well, for some of the sports, but just the timing's not the best. With the time zones being them a lot more hours ahead of us here in England. Hydra Chills getting in touch. Hello, Hydra. Saying, come on, Ireland. Our poll's still saying Ireland will win at 69%. To France's 31%. So in terms of carries, France have got 14, Ireland have got 30. Line breaks, both of them on 1. Try scored from line breaks is France 1, Ireland 0. Some of the French fans jumping up and down on their feet, waving the French flag. Looks like they're having a party in Stade de France. Big stadium, big atmosphere, not an easy place to go and steal a win away from France, that's for sure. Oh, clock got paused, I'll have to change that. There we go, so it was a line out. France looking for their second try of the match after getting one straight away within a minute of the game. Looks as though it was in at the side, that's why the referee has paused it. Trying to remember the last time France won the Six Nations. I'll have to Google that. It must be over 10 years ago. Because it's been a mix of Wales, Ireland and England winning it over the last 10 years at least. And it was 11 years ago that France won the... Sorry, not won. They finished runners-up to New Zealand at the 2011 World Cup. So it looks as though Ronan Keller has gone off for Dan Sheehan. First replacement of the day. So Ireland have a line out here just inside the French half. It's taken quickly. Very simple line out for Ireland there. It's now with Furlong. And a kick forward by Carberry. Only to be picked up by Francis Jaminat, the fellow kicker. Greg saying, I feel I need to order at McDonald's and says, just seeing TikTok is on the match ball. Yeah, I pointed that out at the start of the match. Must be a major sponsor of the Six Nations. The main one is Guinness. I don't know why. I'm a bit weird when it comes to sponsors in sport, but I love Guinness being the Six Nations sponsor. Doesn't mean anything to me, but I love Guinness. It does make me want to have a Guinness. I'll be right back, folks. I'm just going to put my bigger light on. It's a bit dark in my room. There we go. Hopefully you can see me a bit better. The light bulb that's normally above my webcam is out at the moment. Need to replace it. Greg saying, does the French fullback looks like a bit of Matt Doherty? Is that Matt Doherty from Spurs by any chance? Remember, folks, give this stream a like if you're enjoying it, and also subscribe to Let's Talk Sport. We'd really appreciate your support. I think after this weekend, there's a break from the Six Nations. I think next weekend they have off. So in terms of handling errors, both teams on 4 each. And we've got a scrum coming up. Oh dear, they couldn't even get the scrum to start there. Referee has to speak to both teams again. Which fullback are you thinking of, Greg, from the French team? So we've just got over 10 minutes to go until half time. France looking the better side after an early start being very good to them. Oh, have they got the ball? Yep, they have, Ireland. They come out the scrum as expected pretty well. Now here come France on the right hand side. And it's going to be, looks like it would be a France ball after that advantage was being played. And Ireland's Bundy Aki just being checked out by one of the medics. He's walking around, so he's okay. Should be okay anyway, he'll just have a quick check-up, I think. But France will, in the meantime, make the kick into Ireland's half. Line out to come. It's been a lot of pauses in this match, to be honest with you. Since the first 10 minutes, it's been a lot of pauses in terms of line-outs and scrums. It's been a very tight affair, really. Ireland, I'd say, defensively have been really good. Well, if we don't talk about the first try, then yeah. But it's been an interesting one so far. France may be 6 points ahead, but this could still go anywhere. So France have just made the line out. One of them's pulling their shorts. Referee still letting them play on despite seeing that. Could have been pretty embarrassing to see that. I always find it funny in scrums how they all hold on to each other's strap-ons, basically. I do like the France shirt this year with the like the French flag colours strip going down the back of their shirts. Well, 5 phases. Not a bad kick, that. Just kicked it on the volley. Ireland with the line out. Just got to be careful here. Yep, they win the ball. Greg's saying, I have a pint of Guinness. It had made me so full I did not eat anything for that whole night. Guinness, the fullback who is playing right now. Are you a fan of Guinness, Jamie? That is a terrible question. Of course I'm a fan of Guinness. I had my 21st birthday in Dublin drinking Guinness all weekend. This was 7 years ago. My word, that was a great weekend. 7 minutes to go till the interval. France leading by 6 points, 13-7. Both teams have had a try each. Rest of the points coming from conversions and penalties. France with the ball now on the halfway line. Remember, folks, subscribe to Let's Talk Sport. We'd really appreciate your support. It is free to do so. And here come France now. Can they get a second try before half time? 6 minutes before half time it is. And they're looking promising here. Now on to phase 5 with their number 5 of Williams. Oh, and France have dropped the ball. They've done what Ireland have done throughout the match. The referee looks like he might bring back something here. That might have involved Antonio of France. It was offside. Ireland offside. Oh, even more stuff coming in. Haven't even eaten my cheese toasty yet. Thank you very much. I got a half-time treat from the producers. Must be my birthday. Anyway, Ireland have got a kick here. And this would be to extend the lead by 9, I would imagine. Straight down the middle. No problems there from that far out. So, France 16-7. All kicks have been good so far for the French. Anyway, don't be shy, folks. There's quite a few of you watching. Don't be shy. Get in touch on the live chat page. Love to hear from you, especially at half time. 4 minutes remaining. Despite that hiccup they had against Hansen, France have had full control of this match. But there's certainly, I think if you can get a good win against Ireland, because let's not forget, France played Italy last week, so they were always going to start off the tournament with a win at least. But you know, the big challenges for France will of course be Wales, England, maybe Scotland as well. Because when Scotland turn up, they certainly play some good rugby. John Boy says, to be honest, I'm not a fan of this Irish lineup. Feel free to share why. So we've got a scrum here. France to put the ball in there. Still around the feet. And here they go, France. 2 minutes remaining. Can they get another try? They're playing advantage at the moment. Oh, what's the referee paused here for? Hydro Chill saying France away, the better side, easy win. It's looking that way. I did say in my predictions they'd win by more than 10 points. They're currently 9 ahead. Who knows, Greg? I might get a prediction right this time. So France yet again with another penalty. A lot further out this time for Jaminet, but he's got one every time. So if this goes in, they'll go 12 ahead. And his kick predictor reckons 72% of his predicted kick success. He's got 4 out of 4 so far today, so he's on 100%. This looks like it could be the last touch of the first half as we're about to reach, well, we've gone past 40 minutes. Takes the kick down the middle, and what a first half that has been really for France. Big cheers around the Stade de France crowd, and it is half time. So that first 10 minutes, well, I mean, what a start for France, getting that first try within just over a minute. And it's been a massive game so far from both teams, but really France completely dominant. Ireland did get a try back out of nowhere when they were 10-0 down, thanks to what was a very nice try scored by Mac Hansen, winning the ball in the air in front of 3 French players, and then just run down the flank on his own to score the try. But ever since then, France getting conversions and penalties in between the 2 posts, and now they take the lead at 19-7, which I'll just change that now. I forgot to change that. There we go. And yes, it is half time. I'll just play the clock out till it reaches 40 minutes. But anyway, do get in touch on the live chat page, folks. Let us know your thoughts on that first half. It's been, well, for any of you Irish fans, you certainly not want to, well, it's not been easy, has it? But they certainly have a big team talk to go through at half time anyway. Hydro Chill saying, well, John Boy's saying that inexperience for the majority of the players is why he's not a fan of this Irish lineup. Hydro Chill saying that his prediction of Ireland winning the Six Nations is looking silly. Well, look, it's half time. Anything could change. There's still another 40 minutes to go. But anyway, currently at France 19, Ireland 7. We're going to have a quick break here at half time on the stream, but don't go anywhere, folks. Stay on this page, and we'll be back before the second half begins. Don't go anywhere. Sorry folks, welcome back as the second half has begun. So Ireland kicking off after the half-time break. I've just downed a cup of tea and I'm feeling it. But can France keep hold of this lead, or can Ireland decrease the gap and get themselves over France on their home soil? Well, we got Cyril saying go France. Kevin Quinn saying any chance you'd give some more commentary for peeps who cannot see. I could do my best. Currently have the first line out of the game for France. So this time for this half, France going from right to left, Ireland from left to right. Ireland have kicked into Ireland's half. Now with Gibson Park for Ireland. So there's been a replacement for Ireland at half-time. Ian Henderson going off for James Ryan. So that's their second replacement of the game. They had one in the first half. Greg asking me, Jamie, did you have a beer yet? Sorry, I haven't yet. I was going to, but my mum gave me quite a bit of food at half time that involved cheese on toast. But for any of you who haven't watched any of the Six Nations today, Scotland lost to Wales 2017 at the Principality Stadium. It was a very tight match. So France were offside there. Greg asking, saying if you could keep me updated on the City game. You certainly can. Looking at, let's see how Chelsea are doing in the Club World Cup final. They are 1-0 up after 55 minutes. But meanwhile here, France trying to grab hold of stay on top of a 12-point deficit. But as we say that, France have got a kick. It's a penalty kick. And they've had all of them scored so far, and that's another one. Green for France. 22-7. This is a very one-sided game all of a sudden. Okay, both teams have had a try each, but France have taken the advantage each time on those penalties. Just update the scoreboard. There we go. So we've got a line out here for Ireland. This is an opportunity to get a try back into this match. Very comfortable, that one. Number 6 picking up the ball. Ireland going for a try. It's a try. And Ireland have got one back. Great response after France's penalty kick. And just before we reach 45 minutes, there is a glimmer of hope for Ireland. The gap now at 10 points. France 22, Ireland 12, with a conversion to come from the from the line out. Number 6 picked up very well, and then just 2 of them going for it back to back. Lovely job. But yeah, that's exactly what they needed. They did it at the right time of the match as well. But yes, 22-12, but this is going to be a tight one. So Joey Carberry's had one kick from one so far. He'd love to make it 2 from 2 just to make this a very interesting contest. Takes a few steps back. It's a simple straight shot, but it's all about the angle and getting his preparation spot on. You can see he's got the vision ready. Oh, has he got it? I think he has, yes. I think it hit the inside post on its way in, but either way it counts. So 22-14, only 8 points now. But really a try out of nowhere for Ireland. But as I said, it doesn't matter. They've got what they needed. Kirsty Stanton saying hi. Hello Kirsty, hope you're well. Have you been watching much of the rugby? If you've been from Scotland, I'm sure you're a little gutted about their loss to Wales early today. Of course, the other match is tomorrow, which is England versus Italy. Ireland! Oh, what a run that was from the number 10. I think it was Carberry who did that. No, it wasn't. I think it was number 15, which was Keenan. But Ireland covering up a few yards there. And now Matt Canson goes down. And it's picked up by Gibson Park. Gibson Park. Now on to Sheehan. Sheehan came on from the bench during the first half. Ball picked up again from Gibson Park. They're trying to play advantage. Phase 8. But I think some of the French fans in the Stade de France are starting to feel a bit nervous. And we've got a line out again here for Ireland. This time it's on the opposite side for where they just scored their last try. But look at that run from Sheehan. Oh, nearly dropped it in the line out, but they've still got it, Ireland. Furlong goes down. Now to Bernie. Carberry, the kicker. Just a few yards away from the try zone. Of course, if they could get this try, they really are back in this match. Oh, and look at this, surely it's another try for Ireland. Fantastic, this 2 tries out of nowhere for Ireland, and they're back in this. What a comeback. 22-19 with a conversion to go. The Irish flags going wild in the stands. And that is Gibson Park's second try of his career. And this is his 14th cap. Well, I must admit, folks, I was worried that this was going to be a one-sider, but all of a sudden, it's now a very, very much big contest between the two. Ireland reminding us why they should be one of the favourites for the Six Nations. Simple kick as well. So 22-21. What a match. Every match counts in this tournament, as we all know. Now with this young French team, we have seen them make mistakes and lose big leads, and it's happening again. So 30 minutes left of rugby to go. Who's going to win this? A lot of you did vote for Ireland on our poll, and you might just be right. Who knows? As I said, still a lot of rugby to play. We got John Boy saying great try and Hydra Chill saying game on. And yet both of you were not confident after that first half. Oh, how sport can change things. So we got a scrum coming up. So France 1 try, Ireland 3 tries. It just shows how important that those conversions and penalties that France pretty much scored throughout the first half has kept them just ahead here. For any of you, since some of you here like your contact sport like rugby, if you enjoy your American football, NFL, we're doing a Super Bowl watch along tomorrow night. I'll be on there with my good friends Crystal and Mandy, who will be with me from Ohio watching. And of course, the Super Bowl this year is between the Bengals and the Rams. Looks as though the clock paused a little bit. Let me just there we go. France do well with the scrum. Oh, France on the left-hand side. Oh, they've somehow kept it in possession. A bit of hit and hope passes at the end there. And it looks as though it has gone out of play. Big moment there for Ireland. Big challenge that was. So Paul Remitz has gone off. Quite a few replacements made by France. It looks like they've made at least a couple, including Flemont, who's just come on. Rookie's gone off. Cameron Rookie, that is. And now France, big moment here. They've got the big man, Antonio, going in there. France to get the try. I think they've got it. Yes, they have. And they have opened up the gap again. That's their second try of the match. But yeah, looked good to me. How are you feeling, Ireland fans? You could tell from the French coach when he was celebrating like that then with his earpiece in. He was clearly relieved a little bit, but he knows that there's still a lot to play for. So conversion coming up for the hosts. How's this going? Oh, that looks... Oh, has he got it? No, he's missed. 27-21 it remains, so that maybe the nerve's starting to get to the kicker as well. That's the first time he's missed tonight. And they know every point at this moment in time is going to count. So get in touch, folks. Let us know where you're watching this match from, and I'll read it out from your messages. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Give us a like. It's your support that keeps this channel going and to carry on doing watch-along content like this. So, France to get the match back underway. My clock is way behind. Let me just change that. It's currently at 50. Well, it's going to get up to 55. There we go. So Ireland with the ball in their own half with their last 3 men. They're going to try and go down the middle. I think they're going to do what they did last time and just respond as quickly as they can. Oh, they nearly lost the ball. Oh, no, they have. Oh, it's all over the place. Yeah, referee has to pause, I think. All over the place on the ground there. .25 minutes remaining. France leading 27-21. We've got a scrum coming up here for Ireland, pretty much on the halfway mark. Remember, England play Italy tomorrow. I think that's at Twickenham. That's a Sunday afternoon game. And they should win that. If they don't, then they've got a... Eddie Jones has got a problem. John Boy saying, although it's a good comeback, I still feel this lineup can't keep the pressure on. I know what you mean. It seems they seem a bit mixed, don't they? They have brilliance in them, but then all of a sudden they just seem to forget what they're playing for. Again, though, they can still do this, Ireland. If there's one team that could cause an upset, it's Ireland. In terms of the Six Nations. Line out here for France. We will be trying to do as many Six Nation watch-alongs as we can. Of course, this is only the second one. We didn't do any last week. But we're definitely going to try and follow as much Six Nations as we can between now and when it all wraps up next month. Let's just quickly look at the fixtures coming up. Oh, meanwhile, Chelsea... 1-1 now with Palmeiras. with 16 minutes to go. It looks as though Cavalcante Vigo has scored on the penalty spot to get them back in it. Chelsea still haven't won the FIFA Club World Cup in their history, so they would hate to miss out again. Of course, to get in the FIFA Club World Cup, you have to win the Champions League in Europe terms. Well, the Irish players just having to go off for a moment. Oh, so it's actually in Italy tomorrow, the Italy-England game at 3 o'clock. And then they're back again on the 26th of February, which is Scotland versus France, followed by England versus Wales. And then the day after, Sunday, the 27th of February, you've got Ireland versus Italy. And what a match. The two before that will be, apart from Ireland, Italy, sadly. Should be a simple win for Ireland in Dublin. And then they return again on the 11th of March and the 12th of March. Wales versus France on the Friday night. I think we'll have to do that watch along again after what was a thrilling match last time we did that when they played in Paris. Italy-Scotland on the Saturday at 2:15. England-Ireland at 4:45. Straight after them, that's England-Ireland. That'll be a good game. And then the final week on the 19th of March, Wales starting off with Italy, followed by Ireland-Scotland, and then the final match of the whole thing is France versus England in Paris. So France hosting a couple of decent games this season. John Boy saying now we might see a game changer with these subs. We got Dr. Deco1 getting in touch. Hello there. Saying great sniping try, but his poor kicking, Gordon Parker's on about, has put us on the back foot for both French tries and loses us possession again on 55, 56 minutes. Need a better number 9 if we are ever going to beat the big boys. We just changed the clock again. There we go. So we're just about to reach the hour mark with just over 20 minutes remaining. It's still France 27, Ireland 21. So 2 tries for France, 3 for Ireland, but not enough yet for Ireland to avoid defeat. There's been quite a few conversions and penalties scored for France if you've just joined us. Anyway, here come Ireland again. This looks promising. Gibson Park with a kick forward. It should get picked up by one of the blue men. And it does so. Runs in his own try zone and gets out of it and then gets tackled down. Don't forget to subscribe if you love your rugby. Subscribe to the channel. It's free to do so. Give us a follow to keep an eye out for our future rugby watch-alongs and other sports. Gone out of play. France with a kick there. They're just showing that replay again of that kick going forward. Line out for Ireland on the far side. Again, line out's been pretty much 100% successful for Ireland so far. Oh, good pass in here. Here's Mack again. He is fast, Mack. Oh, French trying to kick it down the right flank. It looks as though they're going to be doing a TMO here. So the match paused at 61 minutes 58 seconds. It's funny how they have a camera straight at the guy doing the TMO. He's wearing a face mask though, so you can't see his mouth. Probably for the best. He might have been eating garlic bread before the match. Ugh. I like garlic bread, but I hear it stinks. I've got no sense of smell, so I don't know. Yeah, it looks like there was a foul from Ireland's Bernie towards... I think it was on Dupont. Yeah, because he kicked the ball forward and he tries to get past his opponent of Bernie, and Bernie just stands there and kind of made sure he went down in the run-up. So I can see why there's a TMO review here. I wonder if he could get a sin bin for that. Bernie's watching on nervously. Still waiting for the referee. What's he going for? Such a difference, rugby referees and football referees. Like, the players in rugby do have the respect towards their referee, while in football they just scream and shout at them. Just shows how different the attitude is. So after all that, it's just a line out for Ireland, no sin bin. And Park has booted it out of his hands, lands on the halfway line. Good catch at the end from France's Jaminet. He's had a good match, Jaminet. Dupont. Referees just paused the match again. I think, is he giving out another line out here for Ireland? Showing a head-to-head here between Genlock and Doris. Tackles made, 13 to 14. Doris with the more tackles. So Ireland have just had to kick it out for another line out. Stephen McAfee saying win by more than 10 with a question mark. Surely Ireland will pull within 3 by the end if they don't score a try. Well, I mean, I put in, this is my prediction at the start of the match, so who knows? I think I might, I don't know, it could go either way. They're 6 points ahead, France, at the moment. Let's not forget there's the bonus points that they have in the Six Nations. You have to get past 30 though. We've also got Stuart Davis getting in touch saying, hello, sir. How's your Saturday been? It's been alright. Not much going on. Sadly, the airing cupboard was leaking, so me and my dad and my mum had to sort that out. Luckily, our good mate Les fixed it for us, our local plumber. So all our towels in the airing cupboard drenched, and they all need washing now. That's pretty much been my day. Watched the United game as well in frustration. Oh, it looks like my clock's 20 seconds ahead. There we go. Oh, no. The other thing I did do though, Stuart, during the day today, was playing COD Zombies. Now, do you remember that game? I was playing COD Zombies on my PlayStation, and my God, I get hooked on that game. It's been a few years, but I have missed it. Jamie Burgoyne's asking, did they do a rugby goal? I do find it... I want to ask this to rugby fans. Why do they call it a try? Because it's like saying you tried to get a try. It just feel like it's the wrong word. I do apologise if I'm insulting the sport, but I've never understood the name of it, really. I'm sure there's some sort of history behind it. Stuart saying, I find tennis and football only real sports. The officials get abuse. Rugby, cricket, snooker, the players just respect the decisions. Maybe the officials in F1 if Michael Massey's around. After what happened in that final race. Super Bowl is tomorrow night, Stuart. Not tonight, tomorrow night. It's always on a Sunday, the Super Bowl. But yes, if you didn't hear from me before on the stream, folks, Let's Talk Sport on this channel tomorrow night will be the Super Bowl watch-along. Looking forward to it, so do join us to find out who will win and take home their own Super Bowl rings. And that is, of course, between the Rams and the Bengals. Ireland with another kick there. It's a great bounce to win the line out. Line out's 1. Ryan with the most today for Ireland. Rookie on 3. Williams with 2. They're both for France. Well, our poll has gotten ever closer. Ireland were leading by quite the majority. They're still leading it, but the gap has decreased a little. France on 41%, Ireland on 59%. So France on the back line. They've got to be careful here. They want to get out of this scot-free. 13 minutes to go. Chelsea still 1-1 in their Club World Cup final going into the last 10 minutes. And Napoli Inter Milan playing as well. In a big game there for the title. Since I mentioned the zombies, you lot have mentioned it now. John Boyce saying World at War was best zombies. Ah, yes, the original one, yeah. The original maps, including the Rise, or they now call it the Giant. But I was playing on Black Ops 3. Now, I didn't own Black Ops 3 until this week, but they had a sale on, and I had £30 credit to spend on the PlayStation Store, and they were doing a sale for Black Ops 3 for $31.99, which involved all the zombie maps of the original and the current ones on Black Ops 3, and also and also a season pass, so included everything. I was happy to pay it because technically I only paid £1.99 of real money, so I decided to revisit Zombies this week after so many years not playing it. I don't play Call of Duty really, I just like the zombie mode. I didn't realise how many more games they've done zombies on. There's loads of maps now, but nothing beats the original lot. But Burgoyne asked me, which map did you play, Jamie? So I mainly play on the Rise one, the big factory. I love it. So good. When you have to link up the teleports. And then once you do that, you get the Pack-a-Punch and you can upgrade your weapon. So good. Love it. If anyone's on the PS4, let me know. I'd I'd love to play some zombies with you. I know Burgoyne and Stuart, am I right to think you both have an Xbox? I don't think we can cross-play, can we? It's a shame the new consoles you can, I think, but not on the PS4 or the Xbox One. I might play some zombies after this, actually. It's so addictive. I like to play it more on multiplayer as well. I don't like to be on my own. Just have to change the clock again. It's paused at 69:52. So, exactly 10 minutes to go. 6 points the difference of France and Ireland. France on their way to getting 2 wins out of 2, unless Ireland have something to say about it. Quite a mixed weekend already, really. Wales and Scotland, both teams have won one and lost one. One of these teams will have to probably accept defeat. A draw in rugby is very rare, so I'm not expecting that today. Who knows? John Boy says, I'm a PlayStation man, let's hook up. Yes! Yes, John Boy. If you can, put in the live chat page what your name is on PlayStation, and I'll make a note of it. Yeah, I'll look for you on the PlayStation afterwards. Let me know if you do play COD Zombies. Black Ops 3 is quite an old game now, so it's not always easy to find players on it. Stuart Davies saying, I'm PC, think some forms of COD you can cross-platform. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know how it works. I think on the new ones you can. Fergal Walsh says, yes, it's try for kicking for goal. Hey, Fergal Walsh makes an interesting point here. The Irish under-20s scored a last-minute try yesterday against France. Might we see a repeat here? Who knows? Ah, thank you, John Boy. Oh, you put the name in, now you've retracted the message, so I've just missed it. Lee McCarthy saying, come on, Ireland. And then says shoulder to shoulder. They've got a kick here. A penalty kick. Now, it wouldn't get them back level, but it'll at least close the gap with less than 8 minutes to go. Needs to make this kick. Should do it, and he does. So, 27-24. We've had late dramas on rugby watch-alongs in the past here on Let's Talk Sport. Could we see one here? It happened at Stade de France last time. Who knows? I'll write that down, John. Balfest Bandit. Great name, especially when it represents where you live. Furlong has gone off for Ireland. He's been replaced by BL Ham. And Andrew Porter has gone off, replaced by Healy for Ireland as well. So a double replacement for the visitors. Lee McCarthy says, yes, we will remember the 2018 game. Of course, yes. I forgot all about that. And that was in France as well. And Lee McCarthy also saying that last kick was a good kick. It was a good kick, but let's be honest, he should get them every day of the week. In terms of nerves and the situation of the match, yeah, it is a good kick. Lee McCarthy asking, who do I want to win? To be honest, I'd like to see the Irish win, but I'm English, so I'm quite the neutral here. Of course, France have been waiting so long for a Six Nations title. 6 minutes to go. There's a few travelling Irish fans that are looking nervous now. Still a lot of French fans waving the flags, showing their players the spirit and to just make sure that they get over the line. Sexton can only watch on in the stands as he's not available today. John Boy saying, "Cheers, Jamie. You're welcome, John. I'll look for you on the PlayStation after this stream is done, because I think I might actually play a bit of zombies after this." So France with a kick. I think they're just trying to get as further away as they can. Oh, Ireland have got it. Oh no, they've lost. How did they lose the ball from there? 5 minutes to go. As long as France could just keep it in Ireland's half at least, that should just do the trick. But can they just get another try here and put the game to bed and make it a long journey home for the Irish? Remember, folks, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more rugby watch-alongs. Hoping to do more from the Six Nations over the next few weeks. Oh, France. Good move here. On the right hand side, onto phase 5. Well, asking for the referee to say that there was a foul there, but he's saying play on. This could be it for France. Yes, it is. Oh, have they got the try? I think they have. I think he was able to tap the ball on the ground just before he rolled over, and that could be it. That might have just settled the game for France and settled the nerves there with 3 minutes to go. Clock's just paused on 77:01. So France looking like they're on course. This is a big win for France. Whoever won this would probably be on course to try and defend a Grand Slam win. Which, in case you didn't know, Grand Slam basically means winning all the 5 matches available to them. I think they're checking the TMO just before they confirm this try. Both teams with 3 tries each. Yep, TMO review going ahead. I love it how the guy that's reviewing all this is in basically a dark room. It's just pitch black. Let's have a look. Now, did he get the try? Yeah, I think he did. It looks as though one of Ireland's, I think it was Dan Sheehan. He had his arms wrapped around him when he went down. I think it was Tamik who made the try. From what I'm seeing, it looks like a try, but who knows? I think France will get away with it. Quite a big moment for the TMO lot. I have a feeling they've cancelled the try. Yeah, they have. Just looking at one of the French players' reactions to the referee there, so they have. Let's change that back. 27-24, let's go back to that. So maybe it's not over yet for Ireland. Match back underway in terms of the clock. But they do have a kick straight down the middle, so it should be a simple kick for France. So that means Ireland need a try. Burgoyne asking me, Jamie, how bad is Rem? You know what? I don't know. I've never actually been into Rem. If we're talking Shropshire, anyway. Good kick down the middle. So it is 30-24. So Ireland have just got to go for it now with less than 2 minutes to go. As I said, they've just got to go for it. I can't see it, but who knows? Some of the French players on the bench are just watching nervously on because they know that Ireland will kick it as short as they can from the halfway line. So Ireland, here they go. Might be their last chance of the game. Good throw down the flank. Oh, he's dropped it. Again, Ireland have had a few moments today where they just cannot afford to drop the ball. And because of that, France have now got it. 50 seconds. France, you'd think, should just be able to hold on to this now. 40 seconds to go. Yeah, and he'll kick it out as far as he can, Luca. He was one of France's replacements. Kick in the air in the middle. Who does it go to? It goes to a French blue. But either way, this was always going to be a tough contest. Both teams, the favourites going into this whole tournament. But France, you could say the home advantage helped today. And those conversion and penalties that they had throughout that first half has certainly kept them ahead of Ireland despite having one less try. And a kick out of the stadium from Tamik, and there you go, the party can begin in Paris, and the hands are on their heads of the Irish players. They know they could have got something out of this today, but France hold on at the end, and to be honest, I think either team would have been deserved winners. It's been a fantastic contest of rugby, and this is only on the second round as well. Both teams still have 3 games to play, but at the moment Ireland are the latest team to lose in this Six Nations. They join Wales, they join Scotland, they join Italy, and they join England as well. So all of them have lost, but France already within the second week. What a championship this could be. So it has ended France 30, Ireland 24. Get in touch, throw your messages in the live chat page if you can. Let's hear from you before we go off air. Let's read some of your messages. Lee McCarthy said, they won. France won. Your time is behind. Yeah, sorry about that. Hydra Chill's not looking happy with those emojis. Lee Jover says, as a French, good game to all Irish. John Boy says, crap lineup. And in all fairness, you've been stressing that throughout the match on the live chat page. So at least you're consistent there, Mr. John Boy. But yeah, it has finished 30-24 to France. And I can now end the poll. Sadly, the majority of you were wrong by saying that Ireland would win. 57% of you went for Ireland, 42% going for France. There we go. Confirmation on the live chat page, the final score. But anyway, I think we're going to pretty much wrap it up there. Let's just quickly check out the table. After that. So, as expected... Oh, they haven't updated the table yet. The Six Nations website's a bit behind. Well, either way, France are going to be top. They haven't updated it at all yet. France will be at the top with 2 wins, 0 draws and 0 defeats. Ireland, for now, I'd imagine will stay second. Scotland in third. Wales in fourth. Wales, of course, beating Scotland today, so they're level on points with Scotland after the earlier match that was on today. And England currently fifth. Italy rock bottom in sixth, which they're probably expected to be at for this tournament, as they always are, sadly. But they might be favourites to pick up the wooden spoon, which is to lose every game. But at the moment, the only team left to do the Grand Slam will be France. Can they do it? 3 more rounds to go. And of course, next weekend, there is no Six Nations. We come back again on February 26th. So, anyway, I think we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you very much to all of you that watched us today. And really appreciate your support. If you haven't yet and you enjoyed this watch along, subscribe to Let's Talk Sport. Give us a like as well. And yes, hopefully a few more rugby watch-alongs from the Six Nations over the next few weeks. Anyway, see you later. Have a good one and good night.